What if diseases weren't enemies, but messages? What if every condition you've ever faced, from mild discomfort to chronic illness, wasn't just something happening to you, but something trying to speak through you? Imagine for a moment that the body never malfunctions randomly. That behind every symptom, every inflammation, every recurring problem, there is a meaning, a pattern, a message. We are taught to silence disease, to fight it, to suppress it, to cut it out, to numb it until we can forget it exists. But what if ignoring disease is the same as ignoring yourself? Because your body has only one way to communicate, through sensations, signals, and symptoms. It cannot call your name and say, "Hey, listen to me." So when something inside you becomes imbalanced, your body uses the language it has. It sends a message. Sometimes that message is small, a little discomfort in the evening. Sometimes it's louder, tension that returns every morning. And sometimes, when you've ignored the early signals for too long, the body raises its voice. It sends a message you can no longer avoid. A disease, not to punish you, not to break you, but to protect you. Because every disease begins long before you feel it, before the pain, before the symptoms, before the diagnosis. It begins with something quieter, a habit, a stress, a belief, an emotion you never processed, a responsibility you carried alone, a life that drifted too far from what your body could sustain. Your stomach doesn't suddenly get inflamed. It's been whispering for months before it finally screamed. Your back doesn't suddenly collapse. It's been supporting more weight than your soul could handle. Your liver doesn't just go bad. It's been holding years of emotional overload. Your skin doesn't break out randomly. It's expressing what you've been unable to release. Every disease begins as a request, a message, a call for attention. And the more you ignore it, the louder it becomes. Think about the last time something felt off in your body. Maybe a heaviness you dismissed, a tightness in your chest, a strange pressure in your throat, a fatigue that made no sense. We tell ourselves we're stressed, tired, busy. We push through it. We wait for it to disappear. But the body doesn't speak to waste time. It speaks because something matters. Disease is not random. It is the last step in a long chain of ignored signals. It's the body saying, "I warned you. I tried softly. You didn't hear me, so now you must." Imagine if we treated disease not as a monster that appears suddenly, but as a letter we never opened, a story inside us that needs to be understood. Because every disease has a root, a cause, a meaning. Some diseases come from emotional overload, some from chronic stress, some from tension in organs that can no longer function properly, some from a life lived too far away from what your heart truly needs. And when you listen, when you finally stop fighting the symptoms and begin to understand the message, something changes. Pain softens, inflammation reduces, the body begins to cooperate instead of resist. Not magically, not instantly, but naturally. Healing begins not when you take a pill, but when you hear what your body has been trying to tell you. Because disease is not a failure. It is intelligence. It is adaptation. It is the body's way of protecting you the only way it knows how. Through messages. Imagine if instead of running from disease, you became curious. What is this trying to tell me? What part of my life is out of balance? What emotion have I been holding for too long? What organ is speaking to me, and why? Because the body never betrayed you. Not once. Not even when it hurt. Even pain is a form of care. A way of saying, "You matter. Something inside you needs attention. Let's fix this together." Your body has been on your side from the very beginning. It is your most loyal companion, your quiet protector, your oldest teacher. And every disease, every single one, is a message, an invitation to reconnect with yourself, to slow down, to feel, to change direction, to listen. So the next time something in your body hurts, or tightens, or inflames, before you try to silence it, pause, breathe. Place your hand gently on the area that speaks, and ask, "What are you trying to tell me?" Because diseases are not punishments. They are messages. And when you begin to listen, your body begins to heal.